the inside the ball holder, then only it can work it out more perfectly. Now, one second. Let's take one more example. Okay. So this is the, again I'm keeping this ball over here. Okay. And now my bot is over there. Okay. So somehow if I want to make it here, now right now I'm not showing any kind of kicking mechanism. Okay, I didn't connect it right now. I'll show you the why I didn't connect it and what are the error I was facing. Okay, it's not about controlling with the RF. Okay, it's all about what wireless connection you set up. It should be perfect to work out with the every individual hardware. Okay, in a certain criteria, this hardware doesn't work out enough more perfectly. So what happened? There is certain cases you need to change your wireless connectivity. Okay, either with the components, or the third point is that customize your code. But customizing your code is a larger and a longer process. Okay, so even though if you set up your code very perfectly, okay, it will not going to work fine. Okay, so you can see that my bot hasn't coming backward side. Okay, now if I want to make a kick, okay, or the generate a momentum through this movement of the bot. Okay, so what I need to do, no, where it so here it is near to came to this given ball. Okay, but the thing is that the controllation part. Okay, the thing is that you can see the speed is very high. Okay, so what we can add, if you want to control the speed, you can connect at like you can say this potentiometer. Okay, so if you connect the potentiometer with it, okay, so it can work it with the controlling with the speed. Okay, in this case it is worked more directly in this process. Let's take a think about, this is a real ball. So what will happen, the one kick it will start rolling down in a sideways. Okay, so you need to be a little more sure about yeah. So here you can see now it is inside your holder, right? Can everyone can observe?
Yes, sir.
Right, so let's take an example. If I want to generate the little more momentum, so what I do, I just put my ball inside the ball holder, and I will give the highest speed in the front direction, in the forward direction. Okay, so but in this case, as it the paper ball. Okay, one second, it's really went too fast. As it's the paperboard is getting stuck basically. Okay, so what we need to use, we need to use a real ball. Okay, which I'll show you by on the next class. Okay, so there what we can do that we can also we can see what is the size of this ball. Okay, now if what is according to the size of this ball, we can generate a kicking mechanism. Okay, which can just displace this ball to the given destiny. Okay, now this is very much important whenever you working out with this robo soccer bot. As you know, this robo soccer bots need to be more perfect. And there's a one more point. If you look very carefully, I have made in a such a way that it can we can customize its distance between these two holders. Okay, we can make the customized distance. Okay, So what I have done, so it is, that's why I've used a whiteboard, and we can able to define like little more larger space kind of area inside your ball holder. Okay, so here this is the how we are defining. This is a very simplest board, because as you guys, I have told you to all to create some of your videos. Okay, so I didn't get any one of them till now, so I thought to show you the some of your two idea to how you can make your own bot as well. Okay, and that's how. Okay, this is one of the simplest way I have designed. Okay, simple RF. You can see that this is my PCB board. Okay, this is my RF module. Okay, this is the whole circuit. You can see this. Okay, this is the Arduino Uno, this one. And if I talk about here in this board, this the receiver, this is your Arduino, and this is the battery. Okay, now this is the battery which I am using. This is called lithium ion battery. Okay, and there's one more point I would like to tell student. Whenever you create your board, okay, you need to make sure that your batteries are on the right place. Okay, look, in this case, if I keep the battery over here, you can see this, I have kept the battery in front. Okay, okay, the battery in front. So one second. So if I make a turn, okay, look, it's not, it's because of the heavy of this because of this heavy mass of this battery. Okay, it generate the less torque in the direction. Okay, look, if I press so many times, then it will turn slowly turn. Okay, let's take this example one more time, but keeping the battery on the backward. Okay, I kept the battery on the backward side. Now you can see it is very fast. Okay, so always we know that we can control the speed of the motors, but there's also the point, if your structure or if your weight is comfortable in your board, okay, it can also work in perfect way. Okay, because if I keep the backward side, the whole board just get a little more disbalance. Okay, so that's the one of the benefit if you're keeping your like heavy battery at a right position. Okay, now look, even though if I turn, okay, it can take the slowly, right? Everyone can able to observe that.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
okay, so same way, case of forward and backward. If the forward velocity is very high, okay, or if your battery is on the backward, what will happen? Your robot will turn like this, like a horse. Okay, it will start standing on the one wheel, two wheels, it will be going like this. Okay, so always keep one this point in your mind. The heavy, what are the heavy mass or the heavy weights material or the components, keep in the equal places. Somewhere in the, means my point is that generate the balance with the board by keeping the mass at every position. Okay, so it will not generate a disbalance in the movement of the board. Okay, cleared everyone? Any doubt or any question do you guys have?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Tell.
Actually, not a question. We have a design ready. We would like to show you that.
Oh, very good, very good. So you will share your screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
Can you?
Yeah, I'll just
allow me? Yeah.
So other student, did you understood? Any doubt, any question from anyone?
No, sir.
No? Fine, students. Okay, let's show here. So it's design. Okay, and we will look on that. Okay.
Class 4.
So say you can share your screen. Okay. Now.
So are you able to see?
Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. I can see this.
Sir, it's a similar mechanism like the way you explained. However, we would like to use servo motors in the claw mechanism in the
Huh?
ball holder,
Huh?
so that these two will be moving. The mechanism has to be installed over here. It
Yeah.
turned a little complicated with the design, so we didn't do it yet.
Okay,
We'll
okay, this is
add the
very nice.
mechanism over there,
Very nice.
and it is using 3 Omni wheels this way.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, that's
Very
it.
nice, very nice. Other thing, what you would like to add, like how are you going to control?
Control will be using wirelessly. We'll be using Arduino Uno or
Huh?
anything that's smaller.
Okay, 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 okay. I got your point. Okay, you can use anyway, guys. Do you guys have heard about this this new controller came called Pico?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's just now launched. Okay, you can use that as well. I think that will be easy to program for you, all of you as well. It's on Python based programming. Okay, so you guys
May I ask a doubt?
tell.
Sir, I think we are not allowed to make a mechanism which catches the ball. I think.
Which hold the ball.
Yeah,
Okay,
which holds the ball. Can we do
But-
that? No, right?
no, look, which hold the ball but doesn't drive. Getting my point? Which hold the ball but doesn't drive. So that mechanism is not allowed. Like my hand. Okay, like an example in the like what their rules they want to tell that just like a real game, you can drive the ball like with your leg, okay, but should not hold. Okay, get my point?
Sir, we are
Huh.
confused with the kicking mechanism for that same design. Surya, can you share the screen once?
One second. Sorry, I will say na. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, tell. You want to add the kicking mechanism right over here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you asking where you can connect your kicking mechanism, right?
Yes, sir. Actually,
Sir, maybe I'm thinking maybe we can add a servo inside over here, so
Okay.
that will create a lever outside projecting from these two claws. That will
But-
create the kicking mechanism in two different directions.
Direction you will get, but two different directions that will be either left or right. You also need a front direction as well.
Yes, sir. If we both actuate both together, it will give a front motion. We are just thinking if it's allowed.
Okay.
If the ball get traps inside, it will be not allowed, I guess.
No, look, trap inside that is not a problem, but it should be driving, not holding the ball.
Okay.
Okay. You can drive the ball inside a trap. That is why you are making this ball holder. Okay.
Okay.
But the point is that it should be driving totally. Okay. Doesn't get
Sure.
fixed. Okay. Let me show you the one of the example to all of you. What is the difference between driving the ball and holding the ball? Okay. Is it clear? Right. So I will share my screen. Fine. Sorry. Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Let me show you this point and it will be clear. Okay. So just a minute. Okay.
actually, we have come up with two approaches, and we are little confused between both of them, which will be feasible, and if either of the approaches will be feasible or not. So we want to discuss both the approaches with you.
You have one more design, Mr. Pranjal?
We have a design, but that is very similar to this one. Surya can show it. Show that
Okay.
yellow one also.
Okay. One second. Let him complete his design. Okay. Sorry, you can show. I've still.
Yes, sir. One second. So this one. Hello.
Okay, that's really nice. This design looks pretty well, but where
I
is the
mean,
holder kind of mechanism?
no, we just modified the same thing. It's the same thing. The base is all same.
I got your point. I got your point. Yeah, that's.
We just made it round and we added a claw to one of the edges.
Okay,
And
fine.
we need to add the mechanism and kicking part with that.
Fine. This also will work out. Okay. And there's one more thing I would like to add. What the design which you have showed, the yellow one. Okay.
Yes,
Why
sir.
not you guys like kind of put this thing? Look. Let me tell you the very frank point. Okay. There is no competition. They have told that you can't use more than one ball holder or kind of you can't take the all direction the ball holder. They have didn't told that. So what I can suggest you, okay, so you can put kind of ball holder kind of thing, okay, in the all the three sides. Got my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We thought of that.
Okay, so either you can do this also, okay, you make the other two as just a simple ball holder, and one ball holder is perfectly with the servo motors and the kicking part.
Okay. That will be great.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
That thing you can just try, okay, and I will
Yes, sir.
just show you that what is the difference between driving and holding the ball. Okay, so let me show
Sure.
you. One second.
Hello.
Yes, Aruth. Just a minute. Here. Are you telling something?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, guys, just got the video. Like, I'll just show you now with my sharing my screen. Okay, so look very carefully. Second. Okay, now look. I hope the screen is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, I think you guys have might seen this video. Okay, this bot's video you have seen, but working of this bot is actually not allowed in the robo soccer competitions, whether you go for the any competition. That's why this, especially this bot, okay, look very carefully, it's hold the ball, it doesn't drive the ball. Okay, so here, do you guys notice that in that bot, it was just holding it and throwing that ball to the given destination? Have you noticed this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is what we consider as a holding part. That's not a driving part of the bot. Okay, like an example, one more I have. One second. Wait, I'll share my screen and look this one also very carefully. One second. You can see this screen, right? All of you.
Yes, sir.
But there is no sound. Okay, in this case. Now look, this ball is on the rest. If you guys look very carefully, right? When the your bot was holding that ball, okay, look again carefully, that it was just, look very carefully now. Can you guys see this? It is not driving, it is also lift in the air. All of you can able to observe this point.
Yes, sir.
Right, so this is called ball holding directly, not driving the ball. Okay, so that's why it's get rejected whenever it's go for the competition. Okay, is it clear now, this point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So student guys, I hope this point is clear. What is the difference between ball holder and driving the ball, right? Okay, so student, I hope you guys got my point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I have one small doubt again.
Ha.
Can I use the whiteboard?
Yes, you can use.
So we are planning to trap the ball somehow.
Huh?
Let's say, sorry. Let's say this is our bot.
Okay.
We have this mechanism over here.
Yes.
What we are thinking is we'll have a servo motor over here,
Okay.
another servo over here,
Huh?
which will be driving this way.
Okay. So it
Two
can't
plugs
go
for
out,
the
right?
servo. Yeah, the ball, this
Ha,
servo
ha.
will be actuated. These two will be.
Hmm,
They
hmm,
can kick the ball in either directions, this way and this way.
hmm.
And if these both servos act together, they'll kick in the front direction.
Yes. I got your point. Yeah.
My ball will always be trapped inside.
Yeah. But I think that you need to put the servo inside, not on the edge. I think. What is
No,
the point?
I wanted to trap the ball inside so that the opponent can't take the ball head on with the head on collision.
That I understood. But how will kick will be generated? Because servo is on the front, right?
Yes, sir.
Just
We'll
put a
move
flap
it.
over the shaft.
Yeah, we'll put a flap over there. The ball will be rebounding always within this area.
Okay.
And when I'll move my bot a little backward and I'll kick with the servos.
Okay.
Whenever my bot is and my servo flap is over here, when
Huh.
the ball is here, I'll kick it.
Okay. That I got. That I'm cleared. Okay.
I'm only using this to guard the ball inside.
Okay.
But the
Means,
ball will be keep rolling.
ha. Okay. So I got your point like this. Like whenever the ball wants to go out, okay, so you will flap out your servo motors. Okay.
Yes.
So once it go to little outer, so you can generate the any direction of kick with the help of servo motor, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. That's a very good point. That is little unique. Okay, because I didn't see this kind of same idea has been used till now. Any robo
But
soccer.
Yeah, we wanted to know if it's allowed, this kind of trapping.
This is allowed. This is allowed. Okay.
sir, I see a little
Huh?
drawback in this.
Huh.
Let's say the ball is trapped inside, and the ball wants to, like, we want to move the ball out of that region.
Huh?
So what we'll do is move the shaft. We'll open the shaft
Huh?
and give a little push so that the ball moves forward, and then use the servo to kick the ball.
Huh? It will go little more outward. Huh?
Wait, I'll share.
Huh? You can see. You can little
I'll
more
share my
display that. Okay.
There's no whiteboard access. Okay, huh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Now the ball is trapped here, and it will keep on rolling.
Hmm.
Now whenever we want that the ball should move outward, we'll just move the flaps.
Flap in the 90-degree, right?
Yeah. What happened? Array. We'll move in this
Huh.
direction.
Yes.
And we'll give a little push from this side
Yes.
so that the ball goes outward. But
Yes.
since the ball size is very less, so the movement of the ball might be uncontrolled. So if we want that should move in this, and we're assuming that the ball will move in this direction, it might go the other way also or somewhere else. So the ball's movement will be uncontrolled. So if we want to kick the ball towards right, it might get towards left. So that will mislead the movement.
Yeah. That actually what I was trying to convey when Sawyer sword is designed. Okay, because you will not be having the perfect control if you put the servo motors in the front.
Yeah.
Okay, what my point is that you can put where the curve is the maximum, like here, the where you're pointing the mouse. Yeah, there.
Mm, okay.
Okay, so from there, I'm guessing that you will get a better control lesson over putting the servo motor over here. Okay, it will not directly drive the ball you're out. Okay, and it will be not make the free also the ball to directly kick you out. Okay, so you can also give the direction. Okay, and that's what I can say by kicking over, by putting over here.
Okay. So this was the first approach. The second that came into our mind is we can independently move the grippers. So let's say we want to kick the ball on left side. So we'll just move this gripper backward and this gripper front. So it will give a right kick.
Right?
So it will be like a boxing thing.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
the left hand will be moved backward and the front will move. So this will
Yes, yes,
kick
yes.
the ball this side. So
Yes.
will this controlling be possible autonomously? I mean, will it be that fast and active? Because the bot.
That's also my concern is that because as you're using the servo motors, okay, let me little more clear about the servo motors. Okay, so servo motors, if you're using the servo motor with the PWM controller, okay, or the or with a better power source, I think it can work it out. Okay, but you need to be very much precise. The thing is that the movement of the servo motor, okay, can generate little more in the disturbance in the whole flow of the algorithm. Okay, like an example, okay, the time difference. Okay, the time difference will create a little more problem in this design. Okay, like an example, if your gripper move backward, okay, and whichever the gripper move backward, okay, and another gripper has given the little more force to the ball to move that direction. But now the thing is that if your ball got hidden back again, okay, so what will happen, you need to you need to the opposite gripper need to be come back to its position again, then it can again to give will be destined to the given direction. So the coming backward and forward, this mechanism you can little more neglect.
Okay.
Okay, what I can say, I like your first design more. Okay, first design, the only thing is that you put the servo motors in between instead of putting in the end of the your claw. Okay,
So will this link will be active or not? I mean, will it be fixed or active? I mean, will if we
this
put here
link,
servo,
no,
yeah, this one.
don't move this link. Okay, because this link will be the same concept like your second mechanism. Okay,
Okay.
if this
Okay.
link start movement, okay, let me show you from my whiteboard. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell, okay, just a minute,
Oh,
I'll share my
I
whiteboard.
got it. Okay.
Okay, let me show you. Okay, so you guys are making something. Okay, and okay, so this is what you have little more. So you guys were putting over here, right, on this end part, like this, like this. Okay, so what my point is that
Yes.
if let's take a ball. 1 second. Okay, now that's how you were guys about to control. But what I was thinking, okay, what I was generalizing with this, that if you guys put over here, okay, like an example, little more over here. Okay. Okay. Means it is become little more far from each other, but should not keep little more far. But wait a second, I'll draw it more perfectly. Just a second. Okay, so kind of oval kind of shape. I was just trying to make. Array, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, now, so if you put your servo motor, okay, like here, at least some distance from here, okay, and some distance from here, okay. So what will happen? The ball will come out inside your ball holder, and it will be like it will be fluctuating over this point, either over this point, okay. So if it come in between, okay, or if you want to bring it front kick, okay, so as you have told that you can generate both the servo motor at the same time, so what it will get, okay, it will get a front direction from your both the servo motor, okay, and when it's come to the left and right direction, okay, so you can't directly generate if you generate your kick like this, okay, so ball will be again hit back from its surrounding, means your the ball holder, okay. So what you can define the force which at angle which they are acting, okay, you can just remove little more portion from this, okay, got my point? Like an example what I'm trying to tell, just a minute, select white one, and
So it will be like a pinball game that we used to play earlier.
pinball, like you have seen that holder kind of thing, right?
Yes,
There's
sir.
no holder, right? Sorry, but in that pinball it has the give the direction of the ball in a different direction, right?
Yes,
That's what is it clear now?
yes, yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to give you the idea. Okay, instead of putting on the end, you can put in between, okay.
Yes.
And you should also need to little more calculate that the force of angle should not be giving the covering by through your the ball holder, okay. It will be little more smaller in size compared to wherever the servo motor is pointing out. Either if you have keep the ball holder, if you have made the ball holder, then make the servo motor that base little more longer, such a way the ball can go out from your ball holder, okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, everyone got my point?
Yes, sir. Right.
Okay. I hope Pranjal, you also got the point?
Yes, sir. I was also thinking about if anyhow the scissor mechanism can be implemented in this.
Scissor mechanism.
Yeah, scissor mechanism will give the extension to the gripper. So but to control that, we only have an option of servo motor, and the servo motor won't give an impulse force. So we just thought about that.
Scissor mechanism. But the thing is that this is very much point if you're using just in front direction kick, right? For scissor mechanism, like,
Yes,
right? But I will say don't use that much complex, because you need a lot of energy as well, right, for the movement of your bots continuously on the ground. Okay, and that's what I can say. Okay, because what I'm thinking, if you make the Caesar mechanism, mm, it will be not that complex. But can you create that Caesar mechanism? It's you need to be very small. You need a very smaller mechanism for that Caesar.
Yeah, just one cross would do.
1 or 2 cross. Yeah. That also you're right, Pranjal. You can try. I will say that also. But one thing I can put this with that. If you're using a Caesar mechanism, uh, try with to move this Caesar mechanism. Look. I got this point. Okay. Uh, I'll show you from my camera what I'm trying to tell. Look, if you're using the Caesar mechanism, look, this is my Caesar mechanism. Like whenever it's get expand, like this is the initial state. Whenever it's get expand, it goes here. Okay. So if I put the servo motor downward, so it can go like this also, right?
Yes.
Right. So that thing you can also try. So it will can generate both the direction, omnidirection kick. Okay. Like it can go in the front also. Okay. And with the front, it can go on the left and right also. Downward with the servo motor, just like a robotic arm, 1 degree of freedom. Okay, you need to give at least 2 degree of freedom to on at least 1 degree of freedom it required. Okay.
Will it generate that much force to give a controlled movement to the ball?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Look, that's why I asked you that can you create that smaller Caesar mechanism? But Caesar mechanism, look, Caesar mechanism work perfectly. But the thing is that you need a small motor, okay, like little bit small motor, and one servo motor of SG90. I think this two combination you first try, okay. With the perfect voltage and current, it can work it out. Anyway, it's a good idea with the Caesar mechanism.
What I thought of is just connect. Wait, I'll share the screen and explain. I thought of like this. We'll just put a servo over here.
Yes.
And put a string kind of thing. So if the string goes like this, it will expand. The Caesar will expand. If we like the servo is attached like this, let's say, if the servo goes like this, then Caesar will contract. And if it goes like this, the other.
Look, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Try to don't use for this movement of the Caesar, okay, with the servo motor. Why? Because it will consume more energy. Okay. So and if you using the Caesar mechanism for what? Like, are you using for the holding the ball or
No,
just
kick?
So in the end, there will be flat surface will be there, right?
Yeah, I mean it should be something
like that. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell. Okay. So what I can say, look, you need to be a little more check with your CAD model. Okay. So what you can do, instead of putting that servo motor over there, okay, you can put a small motor, okay, like N20 motors. It works very perfectly. It has also have the good torque also. You need to select that motor which has a good torque, okay, and if you want to give the omnidirection direction with the Caesar mechanism, then you can put a 1 degree of freedom for the servo motor.
But if we use the DC motor, how do we control the RPM then? Like suppose I want to turn.
You can use a motor driver for that.
So you're telling to control an encoder motor then? That will be an encoder motor.
I say don't use the encoder motor for this, okay? Because they.
No, I mean I'm confused how to control the RPM of the motor.
Of this N20 motor.
Yes, because a DC motor
it's a very simple, just like a motor driver you use. Like motor driver, you need to use the analog. You need to give the PWM signal, and there how you can control this your velocity, the motor.
But with PWM,
look. What I'm trying to tell.
I got your point, but
Huh?
we are unsure about if that, suppose if we give a PWM value of 125. So
No. Look. Pranjal, look. For PWM, you need to understand it works on the defined bit. Okay, if of the 8-bit PWM you're providing, so 255 will give you the higher speed. Okay, it will just contact, okay, and just expand. This is the output. Okay, if you give the PWM of the 50, okay, value, so it will be like contracting, expanding. Got my point?
okay.
Okay, so it going to work like that. Okay, so you can also control the how much force you want to generate from that also, because in the case of your servo motor you can't control the speed.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Can
Okay, got my